Yo, what is up, everybody? We're back with another part to the collab. The What If Naruto and Deku were in SAO. Now, the boy Tangy Shrimp is, of course, doing Deku's point of view again. And if you guys do enjoy, go and subscribe to his channel. He's been editing half of my videos, have been doing the others. Basically, he does prominent of them. So, again, just make sure to go and check out his channel. And pretty soon he'll have up a What If channel. I'll make sure to promote that. So if you guys do enjoy his What Ifs, make sure to go and check that out once I actually, promote it. So without further ado, let's get into this. Now, Naruto and Deku, they basically become, pals. They're all chummy with each other. Like, let's be homies. So, Deku, he's actually received what would be like a message or a notification in his inbox showing that Ochaku has arrived since she had connection with him. Now, don't ask me why or how. It just happened, it's a plot. That's what it is, Crazy, right? I know. Fucking out of this world. It turns into what would be, Naruto looking at him and he's like, alright, well, that's your girlfriend. Go get her. So, Deku is going to go on his path, which will later be, it'll be touched upon by Tangy Shrimp later on. While I'll do Naruto's perspective right now. Now, Naruto, he's decided that he wants to become the strongest. He wants to improve upon his strength. He's been nerfed heavily in this world, but at this point in time he wants to gain back all his powers and possibly gain even more. You never know. But he does realize a lot of the people here are significantly weaker than what would be in the actual, like, his world. So he's honestly not that bothered by it. And now that he's actually, come across what would be a pretty beautiful lady, Liz, of course, he's not too bothered. She's got a personality, and he likes that in a girl. Especially he liked Sakura, of course. So why the fuck would he not? So he's gonna go in, kind of be like Kirito in this position. He's doing solo clears of the bosses. Now, why is he doing it? He's doing it for a different reason. Kirito is like a beater, and he was just solo for that reason. Naruto is just too overpowered, and everyone else just seems to get in his way. He's kind of making a challenge, an obstacle for himself. The more he can limit himself, the more challenges he has. Very similar to Kenpachi and Bleach. At this point in time, he is now, like, giving himself disadvantages. He's tying an arm behind his back, doing this and that, trying to make it harder and getting his strength up. He's building up physical strength. His physical strength through well-being has gone up quite a bit in this point in time. Naruto has cleared all the way up to would be like boss level 45-ish, all by himself. He's very, very skilled. And honestly, he's been doing this all while challenging himself to such a degree and still, like, easily getting it done. Now, he's been getting his weapons from Liz, of course. He's been the prime suspect or prime, person for testing out her stuff. And she's grown as a blacksmith in general. She's extremely talented. Naruto acknowledges this. And that leads towards what would be, their relationship growing much more. I don't remember if I made them in a relationship beforehand. I just think I made them like each other. So yeah, it's like as simple as that. Naruto looks at her, likes her. He's like, damn, she's pretty hot. Not gonna lie. She looks at him. She's like, Naruto's kind of a badass. Not gonna lie. He's a douche. I'm into that because she was into Kirito, so it makes sense. Naruto, he's experienced again what seems to be he's fallen for another pink-haired girl. He's like, damn, I must have a thing for these pink-haired girls. Yeah, it's how it fucking works, I guess. Now this leads Naruto encountering a new boss, one that's very different than anyone else has actually faced. Now, SAO, I never read the manga, and I'm really not interested in reading the manga. And as far as the anime goes, it didn't really show every single boss. There was no point in them showing every single boss. They kind of glossed over it. So I'm going to actually add in my own boss for one of these floors. He's going to come across one that is highly dangerous towards what would be him. Why is that? Well, it's simply because it steals their power and makes it their own. So why does it do that? Well, let's say Naruto has a shit ton of chakra, which he does, and he's unlocked quite a bit of it again. They're going to actually take that chakra, split it in half, take it towards itself, and put it at a pretty good advantage. Now, Naruto already having himself at a big disadvantage by putting his hand behind his back, or even tying himself up a little. It's simple. He's already very outclassed at this point in time. But Naruto doesn't care. If anything, he's smirking. This is one of the best fights he's had in a long time. Rushes forward, dodging what would be a blow from this big monster, this big monstrosity. He grabs the monstrosity and sending it flying over in a judo pose. His strength is still top notch. He has extreme strength because he's been working on his physical, enhancements over all this entire time. He sends it flying, but its durability is increased due to the fact he stole Naruto's chakra, and that means its durability has become exponentially better. Naruto is able to take his hits though very well. He actually uses Shadow Clone Jutsu, sending him flying forward, using it as like would be a distraction. Now these, of course, puff up in smoke. Naruto rushes forward, using it as a smoke screen to actually land a blow with what would be his new, like, short sword, stabbing what would be, in like the heart or the core of this beast. Naruto takes care of the rest of it by surging quite a bit of his chakra into what would be like a clean slice diagonally up and down. He keeps it in, just inserting it right into the body, and then it does the work for it. It expands from the bottom and up. It's a new technique that he's developed. It's quite effective, he's noticed. Then he smirks at what would be after he achieves the new reward. He achieves some new clothing, of course, and he's like, "Damn, this is fucking awesome." And then he achieves a new sword, and he's very pleased with this. He's like, "All right, this is fucking awesome. I can take this sword, send it to Liz. Liz can make it, use it, break it down for its material, and make me an even better sword. This is fucking top notch." And Naruto is just surprised. He's like, "That was a pretty good match." But Naruto, he can't just stop. He suddenly gets what would be like a pop up in his notification area. Now, what is this pop up? Well, it's quite simple what it is, really. It is a notification coming from his own world. What is this? Oh, it's just like what Deku had. This is fucking wild in his mind. He's like, "All right, yo, who is it that's here? Is it Sasuke, bro? That'd be fucking baller. I could brag to him that I've got like this girl that's into me." But nah, it's another female, Naruto's like, "Oh shit, I was not expecting her to come." Now, who is this girl? Well, of course, it's going to be Hinata, because why the fuck not? Like, we're gonna bring in Hinata. That's just badass. Yep, that's right. That's right. We're gonna take in Hinata. She's gonna come in, and she's gonna find Naruto's location. Now, why is he not going after her? Well, that's because it actually shows that she's very close to his location in general. He just walks out and he looks at like a dazed Hinata. He's like, "Hey, Hinata? Yo, that's you." She's like, "Naruto-kun." Naruto's like, "Hey, yo, don't call me that. I'm like the beast now. You gotta put respect on my name." She's like, "What? Naruto, you've changed so much. You're very, you're more athletic looking." Naruto's like, "Damn straight. I'm a fucking beast, an MVP. Better watch yourself around me. I'll steal your girl." Wait, you are a girl. Fuck, I'll steal your heart. She's like, "You already have," in her mind. He's like, "What?" So it leads in towards, Naruto's practically gonna, I don't know if you count this as a harem. It's just like a love triangle. Like, simple as that. I'll just give a warning. If you're not into harems, well, tough luck, buddy. That's not really a harem. It's just a love triangle. Yeah, it's fucking awesome in my opinion. You gotta love that shit. Now, let's get into the perspective of Deku. So take it away, Tangy Shrimp.
All right, okay. So Naruto's perspective and Nada comes into SAO and all that stuff. I'm sorry if you hear background noises. I have a fan on and it's very hot, but whatever. Let's just get into Deku's perspective. He he knows that someone that he knows has entered the SAO world. So he leaves Naruto to do whatever he wants to do, and tries to find that person. That person you probably might know is Ochako Uraraka. So like before we get into the Deku situation, let's just talk about Uraraka real quick. So she was trying to find Deku in the other world, but she couldn't, and she ends up meeting this villain that Deku fought a while back, and she ended up getting teleported to SAO. Now she has no idea where she is. She just looks around. She's in her hero costume. She's like, why am I in a freaking forest? But yeah, she tries to like look around, trying to find some help, and then that's where Deku comes in. Deku, he's like, wait, Uraraka's in here too, and then he calls out her name. Uraraka looks at Deku and smiles and just runs up to him. And then she's like, "Deku, where are we? I don't know where we are." Deku's like, "Don't worry about it. I'll explain later. right now we should get out of this forest because we might get killed. So they get out of the forest and they ended up at the like the first level, the lobby basically. Uh, and then Deku explains what happens, that they're in the game, and yeah, Uraraka's like confused, like, you're joking, this is a prank, and Deku is like, no, this is not a prank. I swear to God, I got beaten up by some villain dude and got teleported in this game, which is supposed to be like a VR game or something. Uraraka is like, okay, I'll believe it till I see it. Few hours later, Uraraka believes it. She saw the inventory, the game design and all that stuff, and then Uraraka's actually like kind of glad. She like, it's like paradise for her basically. Like, who doesn't want to be in a game? That's just weird. But yeah, she like really likes how she's in a game and like she can do everything. Wink wink. But yeah, so Deku tells Uraraka that she needs to kill a boss first in order to like catch up to where Deku is, which Deku is in level 2. Um, but like he just wants to wait for Uraraka to like defeat the level 1 boss. So Uraraka's like, it should be easy because like we're heroes now, right? And then we've defeated a lot of very very overpowered villains, like for example Overhaul and Nine. So for her it's pretty, it has to be pretty easy, but like on Deku's view, it's like kind of hard because one, you never met the person you're going up against. Two, you don't know what the power is, so that's like a huge advantage for them because they don't know, you don't know what power they would have. All right, so Deku would train Uraraka before the fight, and then few hours later finish up training, and Uraraka finally gets to fight the level 1 boss, which is pretty cool. So she has have experience with finding real villains in her world, so it should be pretty easy for her. No, so that her quirk is floating, I believe. So Uraraka fights the level 1 boss, and she manages to beat it. So Tech is actually pretty surprised and pretty glad that she was able to defeat the level 1 boss. So what's next? I don't know. But Deku and Uraraka are probably gonna end up meeting Naruto again. So they just like started talking to each other like what normal friends normally do, like talk about uh if one A was worried about Deku and Uraraka, and hopefully they'll be okay. Hopefully they won't like get into such a big mess. Bakugo is like kind of glad that Deku's kind of gone, but you get the idea. So everyone pretty much knows that Uraraka clings onto Deku. So like she finally like gets to be close with Deku, and because they're like quote unquote alone in a alternative world. So we'll get to see that in like probably the next part, if they ended up like starting to go out or something, but we'll see. Now that's the end for Deku's perspective and the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash that like button. Subscribe to What If Sensei. Subscribe to my channel too, cause why not? I'm almost to 200 and he's almost to 10,000. So just subscribe and turn on post notifications too. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.